to buy some vegetables, which are going to be dearer and dearer.
Where is it all going to end?
You shouldn't interrupt, my dear. It's very rude.
In the street, near a cafe, I saw a man, properly dressed, about 50 years old. Oh, not even that.
Who what?
Who what?
Don't interrupt, my dear. You're disgusting.
My dear, it was you who interrupted first. You bore.
Hush! What was this man doing?
I'm sure you'll say I'm making it up. He was down on one knee and he was bent over. Yes, bent over.
Impossible.
He bent over. I went near to him to see what he was doing.
And?
He was tying his shoelace, which had come undone.
Fantastic! If someone else had told me this, I'd not believe it.
Why not? One sees things even more extraordinary every day when one walks around. For instance, today, in the underground, I myself saw a man quietly sitting in a seat, reading his newspaper.
What a character.
Perhaps it was the same man. Oh goodness, someone is ringing.
Oh, there must be someone there. I'll go and see. No one.
I'm going to give you another example.
Goodness, someone is ringing.
Well, there must be someone there. I'll go and see.
Nobody.
You were saying that you were going to give us another example.
Oh, yes.
Goodness, someone is ringing.
I'm not going to answer the door again.
Yes, but there must be someone there.
The first time, there was no one. The second time, no one. What makes you think that there is someone there now?
Because someone has rung?
That's no reason.
What? When one hears a doorbell ringing, it means there's someone at the door ringing to have the door open.
Not always, you've just seen otherwise.
In most cases, yes.
As for me, when I go to visit someone, I always ring in order to be admitted. I think that everybody does the same, and that each time there is a ring, there must be someone there.
Well, that is true in theory, but in reality, things happen differently. You've just seen otherwise.
Your wife is right.
Oh, you women, you always stand up for each other.
Well, I'll go and see. You can't say that I'm obstinate, but you will see. There's no one there. You see? There's no one there.
You know, you men who always think you're right and who are always wrong.
Oh goodness, someone is ringing. There must be someone there.
Don't send me to open the door again. You have seen that it is useless. Experience teaches us that when one hears the doorbell ring, it is because there is never anybody there! Never!
That's not entirely accurate.
In fact, it's false. When one hears the doorbell ring, that means there is someone there.
He won't admit his ring.
My husband is very obstinate too.
There is someone there.
That's not impossible.
No.
Yes?
I tell you. No. In any case, you're not going to disturb me again for nothing. If you wish to know, go and look for yourself.
I'll go. Oh, how'd you do? It's the fire chief.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo!
Good evening, Mrs. Smith. You appear to be angry.
Oh.
Yes, it's because my wife is a little chagrined at having been proved wrong.
There's been an argument between Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Mr. Fire Chief.
This is no business of yours. I beg you not to involve outsiders in our family arguments.
Oh, my dear, this is not so serious. The fire chief is an old friend of the family's. His mother courted me. And I knew his father. He asked me to give him my daughter in marriage if ever I had one. And he died waiting.
Well, that's neither his fault nor yours.
Well, what is it all about?
My husband was claiming.
No, it was you who were claiming.
Yes, it was she.
No, it was he.
Don't get excited! You tell me, Mrs. Smith.
Well, this is how it was. It's difficult for me to speak openly to you, but a fireman is also a confessor.
Well then.
You are arguing because my husband was saying that each time the doorbell rings, it's because there's always someone there.
It is plausible.
And I was saying that each time the doorbell rings, it's because there's never anyone there.
It might sound strange.
But it has been proved, not by theoretical demonstrations, but by facts.
That's false, since the fire chief is here. He rang the bell, I opened the door, and there he was.
Wait!
But just now!
Yes, but it was only when you heard the doorbell ring for the 4th time that there was someone there. And the 4th time does not count.
You never. It is only the first 3 times that count.
Mr. Fire Chief, permit me in my turn to ask you several questions.
Go right ahead.
When I opened the door and I saw you, it was really you who had rung the bell?
Yes, it was I.
You were at the door and you rang in order to be admitted.
I do not deny it.
You see, I was right. When one hears the doorbell ring, that means someone rang it, and you certainly cannot say that the fire chief is not someone.
Oh, certainly not. I repeat, I was speaking of only the first 3 times, since the 4th time does not count.
And when the doorbell rang the first time, was it you?
No, it was not I.
You see, the doorbell rang and there was no one there.
Ooh, perhaps it was someone else.
Were you standing at the door a long time?
3/4 of an hour?
And you saw no one?
No one. I'm sure of that.
And did you hear the bell when it rang the 2nd time?
Yes, and that wasn't I either, and there was still no one there.
Victory! I was right.
Not so fast. What were you doing at the door?
Nothing. I was just standing there. I was thinking of many things.
But the 3rd time, was it not you who rang?
Yes, it was I.
But when the door was opened, nobody was in sight.
That was because I had hidden myself. As a joke!
Don't make jokes, Mr. Fire Chief. This business is too sad.
In short, we still do not know whether when the doorbell rings if there is someone there or not.
Never anyone!
Always someone!
I'm going to reconcile you. You both are partly right. When the doorbell rings, sometimes there is someone, other times there is no one.
Oh, this seems logical to me.
I think so too.
Life is very simple, really. Go on and kiss each other.
We just kissed each other a little while ago.
They'll kiss each other tomorrow. They have plenty of time.
Mr. Fire Chief, since you've helped us settle this, please make yourself comfortable.
Take off your helmet and sit down for a minute.
Oh, excuse me, but I can't stay long. I should like to remove my helmet, but I haven't got time to sit down. I must admit that I've come to see you for another reason. I am on official business.
Oh, what can we do for you, Mr. Fire Chief?
I must beg you to excuse my indiscretion. You don't mind? In front of them?
Say whatever you like.
We're old friends. They tell us everything.
Speak!
Well? Is there a fire here?
Why do you ask us that?
It's because, pardon me, it's because I have orders to extinguish all the fires in the city.
All?
Yes, all.
I don't know. Do you want me to go and have a look?
Well, there can't be one here. There's no smell of anything burning.
None at all. Oh, you don't have a little fire in the chimney, or something burning in the attic or in the cellar, or little fire just starting at late?
I'm sorry to disappoint you. I don't believe there's anything here at the moment. But I promise to notify you the moment we do have something.
Please don't forget. It would be a great help.
It's a promise.
And there's nothing burning at your house either?
No, unfortunately.
Things aren't going so well just now.